then you basically just want to move it around your head. Wait, hold up. Oh snap, this thing is like snapping. That's why I couldn't do it. So my little selfie stick is like breaking. That's how you know I be working hard on YouTube. Yeah, I have to get that fixed. But today okay, that's funny. Not funny, but I saw a white van. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get to that situation. I am excited because, you know, today is my last day of school. Online, obviously, because I don't think anybody is in school or in a physical school right now. And I'm excited because you know what that means? That means more videos, more... I wouldn't say I'm going to be more active. I'm still going to be posting 3 times a week. And that's a pretty good schedule for me because, you know, I feel like uploading every day would just be a little too much for me. Plus, I feel like a day's rest is like good or something. I don't know. I just feel like my uploading schedule is fine and I don't need to do anything to it. 3 times a week, I actually think that's good enough. Oh yeah, you're probably looking at my hair. Yeah, I'll get into that later. But you already know, I just got finished studying. Not studying for school, studying the Bible. And before that, actually, I was praying. And a lot of people, I understand, a lot of people don't really understand the Bible, or they don't like the Bible, or they just don't like Christians in general. And I understand some Christians can be just judgmental and stuff, but those Christians being judgmental isn't fair to represent Christianity. It's just like, I don't know, teachers. You can't say all teachers teach the same thing because they're teachers or they classify themselves as teachers, and that white van just rode past again. What? Anyways, just because somebody classifies themselves as a Christian, first off, that doesn't even mean they're a Christian. In fact, a lot of people who classify themselves as Christians aren't Christians, and you could tell that by their actions. If they're not acting like a Christian, then they're probably not a Christian. I'm not saying everyone has to be perfect, but I mean, there's a certain standard. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is basically people represent Christianity wrong, and we can't really take those people who say they're Christians and have them represent Christianity as a whole. Because there's only one representative of Christianity, and that's Jesus Christ. And he is real, no matter if you want to believe that or not. I mean, what all the advice I have to say is, because I don't expect y'all to believe me, to be completely honest. I don't expect y'all to believe one word that comes out of my mouth, but I expect y'all to, you know, study for yourself. Look in the Bible, see what's in the Bible for yourself, and look at it with an open heart. Because if you look at it trying to find something that you disagree with, then you're probably going to force yourself to find something you disagree with, and then you're just going to throw the whole Bible out in general. You have to search it with an open mind. Jesus says, "Seek and ye shall find." And me personally, I didn't even seek him. He just came to me. And I know this probably sounds weird to you, but trust me, seek for yourself and you will find him. But anyways, besides that, you know, I just got to throw that in there real quick. Well, you see my hair, right? You see my hair is looking kind of rough. And if y'all haven't seen that video, I am free-forming. I'm going to be teaching y'all how y'all can get free-form dreads. What's up, everybody? So I know I have a few videos like this on my YouTube channel already. Well, not a few, I only have like 2 videos. But I want to make another video on this just because I'm actually going freeform now. And basically, I'm going to be explaining everything you need to know about freeform, basically. Because there's a lot of misconceptions about freeform. And I just want to be here to tell y'all the truth, and to more importantly, let y'all know how y'all can get freeform dreadlocks. Now, I have my hair in a ponytail, but I'm just going to take it out. It's a very loose ponytail, but see my hair? Yeah. First things first, I'm going to be telling y'all what freeform is, because a lot of people got this messed up and mixed up, and I'm just going to tell y'all what it really is. First things first, I'm going to tell y'all this: freeform dreadlocks is not the same as getting sponge dreadlocks. And don't worry, I'm going to be covering that in this video as well, so stay tuned. But that's a big misconception. That's a misconception I had, because I started this out and I called my hair freeform, but it wasn't freeform. Freeform dreadlocks is basically when you let your hair form by itself. You don't do anything to it, you just let it form by itself. Because if your hair has any type of texture, or I don't know if that's the right word, if your hair is coarse, then your hair is naturally going to form into dreadlocks if you wash your hair and don't do anything else to it. You don't comb it out, you don't condition it, you just wash your hair and let it go. You don't do anything to it. It will naturally form into dreadlocks. And that is what freeform is. It's basically only when you wash your hair, and that's it. Which, if you want to know how to get freeform dreadlocks, that's how. Really, freeform dreadlocks is the easiest to get because you don't have to do anything but wash your hair. And disclaimer about my hair is not freeform, it's semi-freeform. What I did do, like I said, is start my hair out with the sponge. And I did start out with the, you know, kind of rough side, but you see what happened to it, so I couldn't use this side anymore. So I used the side with the holes on it, and you can also do the same thing with the microfiber towel. And if you don't know what a microfiber towel is, it has this kind of texture on it, if y'all can see that. It's not a regular towel, it's a specific microfiber towel. It's a really, really soft towel. But all I know is you can rub it around your head and you can get dreadlocks with it. And I'm sure pretty much all of y'all know how the sponge and towel rub method works, but if y'all don't, then basically you just, I'm assuming most of y'all probably have an afro or something. And by the way, for this method, your hair can't be super long. I would say if your hair is any longer than like about 7 inches long, then then it wouldn't be ideal to do this method. Because this method is mostly, it works the best on shorter hair. And me, when I started, I had 1 inch of hair, I believe. 1 or 2 inches. I'll just put up a picture right here, y'all see that? Yeah, that was my ugly stage. And that was actually me with the towel rub method. But basically you wanna get a microfiber towel, make sure it's clean and doesn't have dust on it, because this one has dust on it. You wanna just fold it up so it fits in your hand, and then you basically just wanna move it around your head. And obviously it's the same thing with the sponge. You get it, and honestly the sponge is easier. I feel like that's how I got my hair to how it is right now, because I stopped using the towel rub method and I just rubbed the sponge around my head. Now here's a big key. If you want thick dreadlocks, I would recommend getting a sponge that has bigger holes, but if you don't have a sponge that has bigger holes, that's fine as well. All you will want to do is take the sponge and rub it all across your head, but do it in big circles, so big circles around your head. And that'll make sure your dreadlocks are thicker. Now, why mine's so skinny is because I did it in little circles, and that's how you get skinnier dreadlocks. And of course, if you want skinnier dreadlocks, it helps to have the smaller holes. Just go in a small circle. That's how I did it. And I did this for about 30 minutes a day, which seems like a long time, which, I mean, it helps your hair form faster, I could say that for sure. But if you don't want to do that, don't worry about doing it for that long. You can do it for like 10 minutes or even 5 minutes a day. Just make sure you keep on sponging it throughout the day, because I'll just help your hair form a lot faster, so it can actually start the locking up process. And the same thing goes for the towel. If you want thicker dreadlocks, go in bigger circles. If you want smaller dreadlocks, go in smaller circles. But why do people call this freeform? It's called freeform because it has that freeform look. It looks kind of messy, but still at the same time, kind of controlling the way your hair looks. And most people who do this are semi-freeforming. With semi-freeforming, it's basically sponging your hair, letting the sponge twist your hair. After you sponge your hair, you just let it grow out and do what it does, which that's called freeforming, but it's called semi-freeform because you started out with the method to twist it, which you could really semi-freeform off of anything. It doesn't just have to be off of a sponge or a towel. It could be off of twisting with gel, twisting with your fingers. It could be off 2-strand twists. It could be off of any method. Semi-freeform is just when you start out your hair with twisting or some type of method, and then you just let the hair grow out and don't do anything else to it. Don't get a retwist or anything, which that's called the freeforming process. But when you start out that way, then your whole thing is called freeform. Your hair is called freeform, which it can be kind of confusing, so I'm just going to reiterate it again in case y'all didn't understand. So there's a thing called freeforming and semi-freeforming, but both of them have the freeforming process. The freeforming process is when you let your hair grow out and all you do is wash it. You don't do anything else to it. And 100% freeform is when you start out with the freeform process, but semi-freeform is when you twist your hair, but you do the freeform process later with that same set of hair that you twisted. Now, hopefully that was simplified enough. Now, how long will your hair take to lock up? If you're doing 100% freeform, that would take about 4 months to start locking up. But it won't be fully locked up at 4 months. That's just when it starts the locking up process. Your hair will be, I guess what you could say, fully locked up, even though your hair technically never stops locking. It'll be locked up enough, or be locked up really good by the 1 year mark. So if you have your hair for 1 year, then your hair should be pretty locked up. Now that goes the same for semi-freeforming or just twisting your hair with a sponge. Your hair will lock up. Your hair will start locking up around 3 to 4 months, and it'll be, I like to say, comfortably locked up. What I mean by comfortably is you'll be able to wash your hair without it really unraveling. It will be comfortably locked up in a year. So basically that really goes for all, methods really. If you have coarse hair, which if you don't know what coarse hair is, it's basically really coily hair. Or basically if your hair has any curl to it and it isn't like a loose curl, then this method will work for you and it'll lock up in those times. Now times may vary, that isn't a definite, but most of the time your hair will lock up 3 to 4 months and it'll be comfortably locked up around a year. And what helps your hair lock up is washing your hair, but don't wash your hair too much in the beginning stages. I would recommend wash your hair, like if you just first started, wash your hair about once a week or once every 2 weeks, whatever you feel comfortable with. And of course your hair will unravel just a tiny bit if you wash your hair, but you can always retwist it. And if you're doing freeform, you don't have to do anything to your hair because you're just letting your hair do what it does. But once that 4-month period comes around where your hair is, starting to lock up and, it's not unraveling as easy, you can start bumping up your washing schedule to really whatever feels comfortable for you. That's really what it comes down to. If it seems like you're washing your hair too much and your hair is unraveling really quickly, then I would say bump down your washing schedule. Which me right now, my hair is, basically, it's been locked up for a while now. I've been, doing this for like 20 months or 22 months now. Almost 2 years, that's actually crazy. But I wash my hair Mondays and Fridays, and that's almost every 3 days because they say that's the best washing schedule, but that's only if your hair is after that 4-month period. But again, it's all up to preference. What do you prefer? I wouldn't recommend washing your hair any more than 3 times a week or every 3 days. But washing your hair is super, super, super important though, because you don't want a whole bunch of dust and stuff to get inside your hair, or a whole bunch of dirt or just some lint and stuff to get inside of your hair and lock up inside of your hair. Because that's how I was. I didn't wash my hair for like a good while. I think I went like a good 2 months without washing my hair. And like a whole bunch of lint started caking up in the back of my head and stuff, and that stuff will stay in your dreadlocks because your dreadlocks are going to lock up and it's going to lock all that lint and dirt and stuff in with it as well. So that's why it's so important to wash your hair. And also it's very important to dry your hair really good. Don't blow dry, I wouldn't recommend that, but just dry it with a towel or a shirt or something, because if you don't dry your hair, that could result in mold and mildew building up in your dreads, and then you have discoloration in your dreads, and basically you have bacteria growing in your dreads, and you do not want that. So you want to make sure you dry your hair really good. And a good indication that you got your hair dried enough is if you could squeeze your hair and water doesn't come out, water doesn't drip out, because you can't get your hair completely dry just out of just rubbing your hair, because down the road your dreadlocks will start locking up more. And I know my hair now, it holds water a lot, so it'll take a good while to dry. But in the initial process of me drying my hair, I could get it dry enough to the point where it's only a little damp. And the freeform and semi-freeform method really works for, I would say, all hair types, but I would say for straighter hair it doesn't work as good because it will look more of messy straight hair rather than dreadlocks. That's why for straight hair I recommend other methods like twist and rip, back combing, crochet hooking. All those methods straight hair people can do, or even people who just don't have as coarse hair. Even if you have curly hair but it won't dread up, you can try those methods. So you can look that up on YouTube and see videos on that if you want that, if sponging your hair doesn't really work, because there's really no point in wasting your time on a method that doesn't work for you, because there are other methods that actually work very easily for your hair type. That's really what it comes down to, is hair type. And the good thing about freeforming and semi-freeforming is if you ever wanted to change it up and say, I'm tired of freeforming, I want to actually twist my dreadlocks, then you could do that. It's just with 100% freeforming, or even with semi-freeforming as well, you have to split congos, which if you don't know what congos are it's 2 dreads connected together. That's what a congo is. Basically, if you would just have to, split them, or even if you want to keep them, you can keep them, but you would just have to do a lot of separation and then you have to twist them. But you could always go to a maintained look if you're tired of freeforming. But anyways, I think I covered most of what I needed to cover. Maybe I didn't cover everything, but that'll just come in future videos. Anyways, I thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to like it. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so y'all never miss out on another video from me in the future. And this channel is almost at 2,000 subscribers, which my channel is growing tremendously fast, and it's all glory to God. Like I said, I don't have the best equipment, I don't have the best editing software, but everything's working out and I'm so blessed to be in this position. And yeah, I cannot take credit for it, I can only give God the glory for it. I'm just so thankful to be used as a vessel. But anyways, yeah, I just thank y'all so much as well for, you know, subscribing and liking the videos and supporting me through everything I do. I love this community. I love building it up. I love seeing the day ones, you know, commenting on my videos as well, which really anybody in this period of my channel I would consider a day one. But yeah, I just thank y'all so much. Like, I guess y'all truly just don't know how much this means to me, but I just thank y'all so much. I really can't thank y'all enough, and I cannot thank God enough. But yeah, anyways, I thank y'all so much. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video.